Hey friends, hope you're well. So Apple recently announced the iPhone 16 lineup and well, it very much looks like it's more of the same. We know that the iPhone 16 Pro is slightly bigger, has an updated ultra-wide camera, and a new A18 Pro chip, and it's slightly underwhelming, right? But in today's video, let's take a look at 8 new features on the iPhone 16 Pro that Apple didn't focus on or even mention at all, and some of these features are actually pretty incredible. I'll be reviewing this phone as soon as it comes out and testing all the features mentioned in this video, so be sure to subscribe to be the first one to see that review. So the first feature that wasn't widely focused on is the new Graphene Heatsink found in the iPhone 16 Pro, and this will hopefully help boost sustained performance, potentially improve battery life, and avoid that pesky iPhone overheating warning, which has been a real problem, especially while charging the iPhone 15 Pro. So this new graphene heatsink structure, combined with the new chassis made of recycled aluminum, along with the titanium frame, should in theory all allow heat to flow from the internals out to the chassis and frame way more efficiently. And this also might mean that the iPhone will run warmer in hand, but fingers crossed that the new graphene structure solves the overheating issue. Next, the iPhone 16 Pro's modem has actually been upgraded, and this is pretty significant. The iPhone 15 Pro has the older Qualcomm Snapdragon X70, while the iPhone 16 Pro gets the Snapdragon X75, which means we could potentially see significantly faster 5G speeds on our phones. An initial speed test run by speedsmart.net sees an average 23.7% speed increase on 5G for both download and upload, which is nothing to scoff at. But obviously speeds will ultimately come down to the carrier, where you're based, and other variables like that. But the new Snapdragon modem means lower power consumption and improved signal reliability, so I'm pretty keen to put this all to the test. Speaking about things being faster, we're also going to see faster charging speeds on the iPhone 16 Pro. And if there's two things I personally want to see in basically any new phone, is a much longer battery life and faster charging. So the iPhone 16 Pro supports faster 25-watt MagSafe charging, up from the previous 15-watt limit. So we should technically see a 0 to 50% charge in 30 minutes. That's not bad. All iPhone 16 models as well should now support up to 45-watt USB-C fast charging, something that obviously plenty of Android phones have had for a while now, but it's better late than never. Moving on to the display, the iPhone 16 Pro is still capped at 2000 nits peak brightness, but the difference here is that it can now dim all the way down to 1 nit, according to Apple's spec page. I don't know how much of a difference this is really going to make in real life, but it should make a difference using it at night for those evening browsing sessions in a completely dark room, so our eyes aren't completely seared off. It also means a display set to 1 nit could be used to conserve battery life when high brightness isn't necessary, or checking a phone in a theater without disturbing others. Not that I advocate for checking your phones at the theater. The display has also become tougher on all iPhone 16s, specifically 50% tougher. Apparently, the new displays are made of an updated glass and ceramic hybrid material, and Apple claims it's 50% tougher and 2 times tougher than any glass found out there on smartphones. It's all very vague, and I think this is a job for jerry-rig everything to test, but I'm really hoping that this new glass protects from micro scratches, because damn, my iPhone 15 Pro's display is scuffed up like crazy. And I feel like that phone has been one of the worst when it comes to micro scratch resistance, so I'm hoping the iPhone 16 Pro will improve on that. Now, photographers can rejoice because the iPhone 16 Pro now supports JPEG XL file formats. If you don't know about this format, it's basically a JPEG, which I think most of you know what a JPEG is, but with far better image quality, yet it is even more compressed than a traditional JPEG. So it's basically a win-win because it has higher picture quality and also takes up less space on our phones. If you've ever transferred photos off the iPhone, you'll know that the HEIC format that Apple introduced a few years ago, but it hasn't been widely adopted, and it only is a lossy format, whereas JPEG XL supports both lossy and lossless compression. Basically, we can now shoot JPEG XL photos on the iPhone 16 Pro, and it's just way more versatile. It's a shame though, because this format could easily be added onto iOS 18 and support all compatible iPhones, but giving this feature to just iPhone 16s is just, how Apple does it. When it comes to taking videos though, the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max use new second generation sensor shift optical image stabilization. That's a mouthful. So technically, this should produce even more stable looking video footage on the main camera and the telephoto camera. There's not much information out there yet on the new OIS for video recording, but I think it's safe to say that iPhones will likely still remain one of the best phones for video recording, so I am really excited to put it to test on launch day. So Apple made a big point about the 4 new microphones they've added to the iPhone 16 Pro, but what they actually do beyond just recording isolated voice notes is actually pretty impressive. They do a lot more than that. So thanks to machine learning, these new microphones will significantly reduce wind and unwanted noise when filming video and also when taking FaceTime calls. So every video recorded, even on a super windy day near the ocean, for example, should be perfectly watchable. So all of these new features sound pretty good on paper, and it stacks up to what I think may be a more significant upgrade than I had originally thought myself. But what do you think? Will you be getting the iPhone 16 Pro? And what's the feature that you're most looking forward to? I'll share my full review on the iPhone 16 Pro after I've spent some time with it, so keep an eye out for that video. For now, drop the cowboy comment glow time, and I'll give it a like for watching until the very end of this video. And I'll also leave a video right here to the new iOS 18 must change settings that you can set up on your current iPhone right now. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.